Thank you. That was beautiful. The scripture reference for today's lesson is Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 9, and it reads, "Keep watch. Be careful never to forget what you yourself have seen and have learned. Do not let these memories escape from your mind as long as you live, and be sure to pass them on to your children and your children's children." And so it is written. Fast approaching is All Souls Day. It's on Tuesday, November 2nd. It has always been a special day of celebration, a day of appreciation, of remembering and honoring. All Souls Day has been called many names: the Day of the Dead, the Festival of the Dead, remembering the dead. This pagan festival is older than recorded history. On this day, the belief is that the souls of the dearly departed would return for a meal with their families. In many parts of the world, people still honor this tradition. Candles are placed in the windows to guide the souls back home. Some take food to the graves. Others set a special place at the table and cook their favorite foods. Families and friends gather together and tell funny and inspiring stories. On All Souls Day, we honor the memory of all those who came before us. The lives they lived hold us steady and inspire us even now. We thank them for the testimony of their lives, for the consciousness that kept them going through the good as well as the challenging times. We have stepped into their shoes and now stand on their shoulders. They too were strengthened by their parents, grandparents, and great-grandparents. They too were drawn on by the vision of a better life and a better world for themselves and their children. May their dream live on in us and be brought another step closer to realization. Even though they have shed their garments of flesh, they walk with us in spirit, heartening and inspiring us along life's way. We now know and understand that we are spiritual beings having a temporary earthly experience. This awareness has strengthened our conviction to live a life of service. Our elder brother Jesus, who was a master teacher and wayshower, came to be of service, not to be served, not to be worshiped, but to demonstrate the power of the soul and the continuity of life. For it is through service that we progress. Never look down on another individual unless you are extending your hand to help them up. May each of us be an example others would like to emulate. I was born into a large family. I think many of you have heard this story before, but I had 23 aunts and uncles and 62 first cousins. My family took the phrase, "go forth and multiply," serious. Growing up in such a large family, there was never a dull moment, nor was there a quiet one. There was always something going on, lots of fun memories and lots of love. But even as life was so busy, my grandparents were able to instill some fine qualities in their children, some of which I possess today. You know, some of us are fortunate enough to have friends that feel like family, a kindred soul, a familiar energy. You've probably crossed paths with someone you've known from a previous life. What a blessing it is when this happens. There's a feeling of comfort, of trust, of concern for one another. And on a soul level, your spirit leaps for joy at having found an old friend. We are destined to meet certain people on this journey of life. They are there to encourage and inspire us. Maybe it was a teacher, a neighbor, a friend of a friend, someone who came into your life for a short while, or maybe they stayed the lifetime. Those who taught by example, those who made us believe we could accomplish anything we set out to do, those who helped us grow in love, respect, honesty, and truth. Remembering family and friends is the truest form of love one can give, for a memory never dies. Love lives on and is carried from one life to the next. those who we love become a part of us. As one generation builds upon another, we are wiser for their words. We are stronger for their courage. We are lifted by their vision of a better life. We all bear witness to the sacred cycles of life. The young become the old. The mystery of life unfolds, one life building upon another. Because of their perseverance, sacrifices, and willingness to share, our lives have been enhanced. And just as we build upon the examples and achievements of their lives, others may someday build upon our life's examples. We all hope to leave this world a better place when we are no longer here in these physical bodies. The way to a truly peaceful life can be found in the golden rule. Treat people the way you would like to be treated. Be tender with the young, compassionate with the aged, sympathetic with the striving, and tolerant of the weak. Because at some point in your own development, you have been all these things. In your silent meditation, take a moment to thank God and those who trod the path before us. They provided an opportunity for each of us to experience the fullness of life, to affect this world in a positive way, to touch the lives of others, to make a difference, and to grow from these experiences. One day at a time is the only way to live. Let us live in the present and make it so beautiful that when we do remember it, we'll have a wonderful experience. Scripture reminds us never to forget what we have seen and what we have learned, and the importance of passing it on to our children and our children's children. There is much work to be done to lift the consciousness and raise the vibration of this plane of existence. We pass the baton on to our children. We must inspire them to do great things, to put no limits on themselves, and that they have a clear understanding of who and what they are, children of the light. Our family and friends in the world of spirit have shown us by the way they live that God is greater than any challenges we may face. We honor them, a creation of God who exemplifies the good that can be accomplished through a willing heart. Remembering them encourages us to follow in their footsteps, letting God express life, love, and understanding through us. We thank them for the valuable lesson of having faith in the journey of life. We know that neither time, circumstances, or conditions can break our spiritual connection. We know that our family and friends in spirit are enfolded in the love of God because they were an expression of that love. Precious memories inspire us. They live on in the soul. We carry them with us. It was the little thing, the special moments we shared with those we loved. Thankful and grateful are we for the family circle and the many beautiful people that have touched our lives in a special way. They came to teach, to share, to give, and grow with us. It is right, and it is good to remember the names of those who gave us strength in the choice of living. It is right to remember the power of beautiful lives well lived. In the rising of the sun and in its going down, we will remember them. In the opening of the buds and the rebirth of spring, we will remember them. In the blueness of the sky and the warmth of summer, we will remember them. In the rustling of the leaves and the beauty of fall, we will remember them. In the blowing of the wind and the chill of winter, we will remember them. As long as we live, they too shall live. They are a part of us. They walk with us still. All those we have loved and have loved us are with us always in spirit and in truth. And so it is.